1, 2, oh. All right, and action.
And we're back again. And today we're learning in my persuasive speech why dispatchers deserve better pay. So, us dispatchers deserve to be better compensated for the jobs that we do. We are first responders who are expected to provide stellar service to not only our citizens, but to our fellow police and fire personnel as well. So, you may be wondering, why do us dispatchers want to be paid more? So if you ever happen to see a Facebook ad or anything with a police department that's hiring for dispatchers, just go and click the link and look at the pay scale. You'll probably see that we are severely underpaid, and that's why there's always a shortage. So first main point is the gap in pay between police and fire dispatchers. So who is a first responder? When you think of a first responder, the first thing that probably comes to mind is a police officer, a firefighter, paramedic, or a nurse. But that's not the same thing anymore. Since September 2019, Texas does recognize dispatchers as first responders as well. And this is the city of Mesquite pay scale. This isn't the same for every agency, but for Mesquite, our fire and police officers start at a base pay of $71,704. Now, this can go up with overtime, and most of the time it does because a lot of our officers love to live at the station. Dispatchers, while we also like to work a lot of overtime, it's not because we want to, it's because we have to. A base pay of $47,000 is ridiculous. Point 2, holding that first responder status. So we are needed 24/7. As you can see, we are needed holidays. We are expected to work holidays and weekends. We are expected to work nighttime. The public assistance does not stop during the day. There are a lot of us that work nights just so the people that have an emergency during the night can get help. And severe weather, rain, sleet, snow, ice, or a tornado, our city doesn't care. They still need us to help them. So, we're the first responder. As you can see here, these are some calls that we can take that get sent out to police and firemen so they can respond to. So some of them in general can be giving CPR instructions, helping a mother give birth to her first or fifth child, helping someone get out of their house because it's about to collapse because it's on fire. We can also tell someone how to heal a gunshot wound or temporarily patch it until paramedics get there. We can talk to someone who just got sexually assaulted, and we even respond to civil matters such as child custody issues. So, third point is the mental health for dispatchers. So it's no shock that calls can be traumatic for us. Some of these examples that can take a toll on our health is suicide attempts. So hearing a person pull a trigger on themselves or a family member is a sound that you will not forget as a dispatcher. Having to hear the screams of a mother because her infant is not breathing. I have never personally taken a call like that myself, but I have plenty of coworkers that have. And being able to step out of the room to do so, just to take a quick breather, is absolutely necessary. The loss of a person. Sometimes you will never forget the hearing of crying of a mother who has found her teenage son hanging from a ceiling fan. And other things such as burglary attempts or domestic violence. Just because it doesn't seem like that big of a deal to someone else, hearing these things inside your ear and not knowing the outcome most of the time can take a toll on us. So, breaks. What are those? In the city of Mesquite, we don't get those because we are severely understaffed. If we are understaffed, we don't get lunch breaks. And if we don't get lunch breaks, we barely even have time to step out of the room and recollect. So how does that work when we take a bad call and need to step out of the room? We can't. And so these are just some of the examples that we work. Most of us work 10 to 16-hour days, and most of us work 50 to 70-hour work weeks just so we can afford our bills to survive. But how long is this expected to go on? And how are we supposed to spend our time off? Are we supposed to get quality sleep? Are we supposed to spend time with our loved ones? Are we supposed to see a therapist to talk about our problems from the calls that we face? Or are we supposed to catch up on our favorite TV show? And not all of these are possible at the same time when we are living at work just so we can survive and pay our bills. Conclusion. So in this speech, I explained some of the reasons why us dispatchers are deserving of higher pay. We, along with fire, police, paramedics, and nurses, are first responders. We have the potential to deal with the same exact trauma as them, if not worse, because most of the time we don't know the outcomes of calls. And also, we live at work having no time off to ourselves. And these are my resources.
Good job.